Hey everyone, we're back with Fodder School Fodder Hop Year 2, Part 2, the second half of another amazing year. I have adored being part of it again, and so I'm just going to work my way through showing what I did accomplish. I didn't get every single thing completed, and I did force myself to use a lot of previously made fodder because I have way too much and I need to probably offload a bunch. I think I will in my Etsy shop. But had a ball again, and here we go, working our way through Fodder School 2 Part 2, and may I say, cheers to Wendy and Tiffany and all of the instructors. This has been amazing. Thank you, and thank you for this opportunity. Here we go. So the first month for the second half of the year, the instructor was Dory Patrick, and we created lots and lots of very fun, childlike, abstract, actually a lot of different styles of flowers and leaves and things to create bouquets, or a bouquet, but I can never do just one, so I had to do 3. And I did use a lot of things from previous fodder classes, Fodder School 1 and the first half of this year, and things that I had on hand to fill up these bouquets and have fun. This is something I would have never thought of doing on my own, so it was really freeing and playful to try, and joyful, and I really needed that during this time, so I really loved it, making kind of funny vases and wonky tabletops and making a threesome or a triptych that could hang together. I really love the middle one, the blue one, the best, but I do love them all. And I keep trying to branch out and move away from my color palette that I think I've had my whole life, but as you will see, I have not been able to. Maybe my goal during this next Fodder School 3 will be to attempt a new color palette, but we'll see. I might have to get rid of a lot of fodder and start fresh so that I can make the change. So I might be selling very large bundles of fodder in my Etsy shop so that I can move forward. So these were just a really great thing to do, kind of an experiment, completely outside of my realm. And I also loved adding the word joy in there because that's what Fodder School has been to me during some extremely difficult years. So this is a method of creating a whole bunch of things at once. I did combine a couple of the classes. Several of them used a method called making a master sheet that you can then use to create a lot of other things. And so we made our own washi tapes and snippet rolls
And those can be used in so many different applications, which I will show you. So I did combine several of the classes. I was not able to keep up with each one month by month. I was definitely watching them and enjoying them, but I kind of had a lot going on, and so I had to wait a little while, and then it turned out really neat because I just went ahead and combined several of the different classes that had some similar methods and ended up creating several things that used multiple class methods or things that were taught by the instructors. So this is a snippet roll, and they are so fun and have so many uses, and you can use up so much fodder and special things that you've saved and made, art papers. I love to save old stamps, wine labels, tea bag tabs, wrapping paper, and make a lot of art pages too. So another use of multiple things was making postcards. And there was even a postcard swap within the Fodder School too this year. Last year there was an art card swap. And so these turned out really neat, I think. I'm not positive they would be allowed to go through the mail with the stitching around the edges, but I wanted to do that to secure everything together, and I just thought it looked kind of fun on both sides. But I will find out if I'm able to send them. I don't know if they'll get hung up in equipment. I might just have to give them as cards, gift cards or something. So with the method used to make a master sheet, you can make a lot of postcards and snippet rolls, but you'll have to join Fodder School to learn how. So in Karen Elaine's class, I did not get all of the things done, but we were making these little insert cards to go into a little journal, a little book. And I have so many journals and books that I've made that I decided to make just one for this whole period of time, since I started a little later and combined some things. But we did lots of neat things on paper and then cut them up and turned them into these really neat insert cards, and then even did more. So here is the adorable little junk journal that we made in Ricki's class, Ricki Tikki Tabby. We made scrappy tags, snippet rolls, a master sheet, which I combined it all into one, really cute clusters, and this amazing, adorable little junk journal. So a lot of the things from the whole half year are combined into this one little journal. Some of the art papers and some from previous classes. These neat little tags, scrappy tags, to tuck in or do all kinds of fun things with. And look what they're made out of. We did watercolor botanicals and fussy cut them, and they're fun to do up in different ways with markers or pens. So really neat clusters combined and attached together. Art papers, all kinds of different fun ephemera to make pages in the scrappy journal. Really fun watercolor circles. Those were really fascinating to create. Another little scrappy tag. More of the watercolor circles that were in Megan Quinlan's class. They made all kinds of really neat elements for another book, but I combined them into this one. But you can always go back, purchase Fodder School 2 and go back and enjoy every single one of these classes. But we're already into Fodder School 3 now. And I highly recommend every single year. It's an amazing bargain for the amount of instruction there is. Every month there's an instructor, and then there's a whole bunch of bonus material. So there's another fun cluster. Fun is my favorite word. I cannot stop saying it when I'm talking about fodder and junk journals and creating. So again, those amazing strips of yummy goodness combined together. I love to staple little tabs on the pages for little page turners because they are quite uneven when they're scrappy and junky and perfectly imperfect. So there's more watercolor, botanical, fussy cut, and then added into clusters and turned into pages. And another little junk tag, scrappy tag, not junk. It's wonderful junk, and it's such a great way to use it all up. Save all of your favorite little bits of things. I love to collect quotes, put them onto little labels, another little scrappy tag, and a pocket made out of the snippet roll. I think it's funny, my little scrappy tags look to me like little windows with a curtain on them. So art papers, watercolor, botanicals, fussy cut art papers that are stained and painted, stamped, stenciled, smudged. So the adorable junk journal for my Fodder School 2 Part 2. Isn't it adorable? I love it. I love making books and tiny books. So this was the last project, and Julie Hamilton was the instructor, and she showed making all kinds of art papers, practicing all kinds of doodling and mark making and painting and smearing and smudging and morning pages, and then turning them into collage. And of course I had to do more than one, and they're crazy, and I always overdo, and I would love to learn to simplify and pare down and make more minimalist collage. I don't know if I can, but I will try. Julie's collages were so beautiful, and again, I highly recommend every single previous Fodder School class. The instructors are amazing. So those are my last project for Fodder School 2. A set of 3 collages. And I think they're done. And so here are all of the pieces from Fodder School 2 Part 2 that I was able to complete. All things that I would not have otherwise made. And I'm so glad I did. And the creativity and learning has been really helpful, amazing, healing. I don't know really what I would have done without it this past 2 years. It's been an amazing blessing. Love it. Thank you. I'll see you next time.